Hi, I'm Maggie from Qigong and welcome to this, the first of a slightly longer Qigong class, especially for YouTube. We've done a few shorter ones up till now, but we're going to try a slightly longer, more like a class structure with me giving instructions as we go along. Okay, so we'll start standing up. If you bring your feet to about shoulder width apart, and barefoot is ideal really. Make sure you've got something warm underneath your feet or that you're feeling warm. And just spread your toes out a little bit. Really enjoy that connection with the soles of the feet and the ground beneath them. And then everything else is quite soft. So the knees are just very slightly bent. The shoulders, all the joints are nice and soft. And the tailbone is slightly tucked. So it's kind of pointing down towards the earth. And the chin is slightly tucked as well, just very slightly. That gives us a nice straight spine. And you can cross your hands over whichever way, doesn't matter. At this point that we refer to as the lower dantian, which is just a couple of inches underneath the navel. If you like, you can close your eyes for this bit. We're just going to center ourselves and get in touch with our breath. So slow your breathing down and observe where it is in the body. If you've been very active this morning, you might feel like it's a little bit higher up in the chest. So consciously try and move it down a little bit. So you're kind of breathing more around the abdomen. And with your hands crossed over on the dantian, you'll be able to feel the belly moving gently as you inhale and exhale. So as you inhale, you can feel it pushing out a little bit. It's just a subtle movement. And as you exhale, feel it pulling in. Inhale, feel the belly pushing out. And exhale, feel it pulling in. Inhale, feel the belly pushing out. And then exhale, feel it pulling in. So when we focus our breath around the abdomen, we're using the diaphragm inside. So as the belly pushes out a little bit, inside the body the diaphragm is pushing down, giving us a much bigger lung capacity, getting more oxygen in. And as we exhale, it's releasing back up. So generally when we're doing our Qigong practice, we try and kind of breathe around the belly rather than up in the chest. So I'll keep reminding us, both of us, both you and me, to do it as we go along. So feeling that gentle rise and fall of the belly. We'll uncross the hands. Let's open the eyes if you have them closed. Just allow the hands to flop down a little bit, so very loose on top. We're going to keep the feet rooted into the ground and start moving the hips and legs. So just kind of shaking them from side to side. And then this is going to set off a chain reaction where the whole body is going to start to shake. So this is sometimes referred to as shaking the tree. And you can move however your body wants to move this morning. So it might be quite a vigorous shake going all the way up to the head and neck. Or it might be a bit more of a fluid wobble. The idea is just to get the body moving, to gradually kind of loosen it up, get the blood flowing, get the chi flowing, and just allow some of that kinetic energy that we're getting from the movement of the shaking to infuse all the way down into the body, right down on a cellular level. We can get the arms a little bit more involved as well. And just go as vigorously or as gently as you want. We can take some nice deep breaths in as well. So again, try to breathe in through here. And then let's exhale through the mouth. See if you can loosen up the hips and the glutes and the thighs, because we quite often carry a lot of tension there. So actively just let them relax. We'll take another nice deep breath in. And exhale. maybe let's just up the shaking a bit, get a little bit more vigorous. If you like, you can kind of just wobble the legs as well, just letting the thighs and the glutes really kind of vibrate. And let's take another nice deep breath in and exhale. Okay, so having had a good shake, we'll just slowly kind of come out of the shake. We'll do a little bit of tapping as well. So with loosely clenched fists, we're going to start off on the belly, and let's do clockwise circles. So we're covering quite a big area. We're coming all the way down to the groin, and then we're going up to kind of solar plexus area. And again, tapping as firmly or as gently as you want to. Quite often you might have a little bit of tenderness, particularly higher up above the navel. So just go easy if you're feeling tender around there. We've got a lot of organs just in that area. We'll do a few more circles around the abdomen. And then we're going to come down to the hips or quad region and just get in here. So almost getting the knuckles into these creases between the hips and the top of the legs, helping activate the lymph that's stored there. And while we're tapping, try and remember to breathe into the belly as well. Quite often we don't naturally breathe into the belly. It's something we have to actively try and do. So it's quite easy to forget when you're doing all the other stuff as well. And then we're going to take the hands just down the backs of the legs, all the way down to the feet if you can, and then coming up the inside of the legs, following the pathway of the meridians, coming up around the chest. And then we'll go down the inside of the arm, all the way to the fingers, up the outside, down the inside of the other arm, and up the outside. And then we're going to go over the head, the face and the head. So you can carry on using the knuckles, or you can use fingertips if you like. And just going over the top, over the scalp. Got a lot of acupuncture points in the scalp, all the way down, back of the neck, coming around the armpits. And then let's go back down onto the belly. And we'll do it one more time. Let's do it a little bit faster this time. You don't have to do it harder, but we'll do it a little bit faster because we really want to kind of wake up the internal chi in the body, our internal energy. And with this tapping, we're kind of inviting it to come out to the surface of the body a little bit more, which is really helping give us this kind of resilient outer shell, which comes under the kind of umbrella term of our Wei Qi, our immune function. And come up the outside of the arm again, across the chest. And then let's go over the head. All the way down the back of the neck. And back down to the belly. And we'll just do a few more circles around here. Nice deep breath in. And out. Okay, now let's warm the joints up. So we've activated this internal energy. We're kind of asking it to come out and give us this nice protective shield. And now we're going to return to the breath. We're going to breathe mindfully into the belly. Let's just interlace the fingers, keeping all the knees soft, keeping the hips and buttocks relaxed as well. And we're just going to breathe while we do some joint rotations. So making figures of 8 with the wrists. And then let's change direction. So as you breathe, you're bringing fresh energy, fresh chi into the body. And then while you make the movement, you're allowing that chi, or rather directing it into this particular area. So we're bringing this fresh energy into the joints to really kind of open them up and hydrate them. Then undo your interlaced fingers, stick the arms out to the side. I'm just going to rotate the elbows as well. Taking a nice deep breath in while we do this. And out. Let's go on the other way. And then lowering the arms to start with. We're going to lift one arm up. Let's inhale as we come up. And exhale down. So just opening up the shoulder joint. Inhaling up. And exhale down. Inhaling up. And exhale down. And then let's do same with the other arm. Inhaling, really opening up the side of the ribs and the lungs as you inhale, moving the arm up. And exhaling it down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And then coming back the other way. So forward circles. Feel free to slow this right down as well. Noticing any restrictions or differences in the mobility between the two shoulders. Inhaling up. Other arm. Exhale down. Trying to stretch the armpit out as much as possible as well, so really reaching up as we come up. And down. And then let's just extend our hands down, so the fingertips are pointing down towards the earth, drawing the shoulders down, still got our soft knees, and just drop the head so that the chin is almost touching or even touching the chest if you can. Don't force anything, but you can gradually relax the head and neck, and the weight of the head is just going to slowly open up the back of the neck. Take a nice deep breath in here. And out. Rotate the ear over to the shoulder. And again, let the weight of the head just open up that trapezius muscle, taking a deep breath in and out. And then circling the chin up, so you're not compressing the back of the neck too much, just opening the front of the throat. Taking a deep breath in here and out. And then slowly roll the ear down to the other shoulder. Again, letting the weight of the head just open up the neck. And take a deep breath in here and out. And then chin back down to the chest. Just relaxing the arms a little bit. And to come out of this, if you like, you can gently lift your head up, or you can just place your fingertips on the forehead, taking a little bit of weight and just pushing the head up straight. Then let's put the hands on the hips. We're going to do some hip rotations. So we're making circles with the hips. You can make them as big or as small as you want. Just enjoy feeling that stretch as you go from the front, round to the side, all the way out to the back, and back to the front. And then let's change the direction. Keeping your breath going, so nice and steady. Gentle belly breaths. Again, just bringing that fresh energy in with the breath, and the movement is directing it into the joints. And then let's come back to center. We'll just pop the legs close together, moving the hands down over the knees, so just bending the knees a little bit, so we're kind of supporting them and warming them, and then just relaxing the head and neck. Let's do some circles with the knees. If you like, you can kind of curl your tailbone under a little bit while we're doing this, so we're really stretching out the lower back as well. Let's circle around the opposite direction. It's quite nice to round out the lower back and the upper back a little when we're doing these knee rotations. And let's come up to standing. We'll just do the ankles, rotating around, just resting the ball of the foot on the ground. It's really worth spending time opening up the joints before we do a moving practice, because quite often the joints are key areas. They're almost like gateways for the chi, for the energy as it runs around the body, and they quite often get blockages there. So it does pay to do a little bit of mindful warm up using the breath, using this gentle movement. Hopefully we're kind of unblocking the flow of energy, so we're going to be able to feel it more when we do our practice. Okay, right, let's bring the feet so that they're flat on the ground again. We'll do a little bit of a bounce, so again with the knees soft, tailbone pointing down towards the ground, arms very soft, shoulders relaxed, just swing them up to shoulder height with soft wrists, so kind of like this, and then down. And we've got a little bounce going on. So, well, two little bounces actually for each part of the movement. So it's bounce, 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 bounce. And the arms come back a little way, but not too far back. So they're kind of working with the momentum, but then it's nothing too drastic with the arms. And find your own rhythm with the breath. Keeping everything nice and soft. Just gradually and gently allowing the body to open up. You can speed it up a little bit if you like. Keeping that bounce nice and light on the lower half. And then we can slow this one down, just come out of it gradually, and then keeping the feet where they are, we'll do something similar, just extending the arms out to the side. Again, they're nice and soft, and we're kind of swinging them across. So one's in front, one's back, keeping the hips fairly square on, so just twisting at the waist. And just feel nice and soft and loose while we're doing this. And slow that down as well. You don't want to come out of that too abruptly. So just kind of wind it down. And then come back to center. Now, some spinal cord breathing. So this is a really good way of activating the energy at the base of the spine and moving it up. So there's a few layers to this. So we'll start with the basic movement with the feet shoulder width apart. Let's sink just a little bit lower at the knee with this one. We're going to take the hands out in fists and open the chest. So we're kind of inhaling and opening the chest. And when we open the chest, we're just going to curl the tailbone up like that as well. So we've got the spine flexing that way. That's our inhale. And then we're going to exhale quite powerfully through the mouth. But we're going to bend forward, curling the tailbone under and just exhaling down towards the earth, bringing the arms back in. So it's quite a kind of, we're contracting back in. So the inhale is an expansion out and the exhale contraction. Now just go slowly to start with, because we want to get the form right, and the faster we go, it's harder to nail it. So just tilting the tailbone up as much as you can. If you've got tight lower back, don't worry, just do what you can, just go very slowly and try and enjoy the stretch. So inhaling and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, so you're taking the fresh chi into the body, and then as you exhale, you're letting go of anything old or stagnant, anything that no longer serves. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now there's an additional layer you can add to this. Have a little break because it's quite intense. As you inhale and you come out with the arms, the feeling is that you kind of want to go like that and expand out and lift the chin. But instead of doing that, you're just going to give yourself a very attractive double chin instead. So you're kind of angling the eyes down like this. This is, if you just try it now, you'll notice that it just enables the back of the head to feel a little bit more open. So that's one thing you can do. If you can also adding, or rather placing your upper layer of teeth over your, just sort of exactly level with your bottom layer. If you just try it now, standing up again, you'll feel this kind of spaciousness open up in the cranial area, just at the back here. So that's another thing you can do. It's a lot to remember on the inhale, but it's up to you. Give it a go. Maybe just try the double chin. So we're going to inhale out, double chin and teeth, tailbone up, and then exhale down. Inhale, double chin and teeth. Exhale down. Inhale, double chin and teeth and tailbone. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's try one more. And exhale. And then just resting that for a moment. There's an additional thing you can do as you exhale down. So this probably isn't for you if you're on the first couple of days of your period, but we're going to do a pelvic floor pull-up and a glute squeeze. So if you notice, so we've inhaled out, and as we come down and exhale, if you squeeze the glutes and pull up your pelvic floor, you should be able to feel an activation just at the sacral area here. So we've kind of got the energy moving here, base of the skull, and right at the base of the tailbone as well. So there's a lot going on with this. I'll try and cue as much of it as possible, and we'll do about 10 and see how we get on. Okay, so inhale out, double chin, teeth and tailbone, and exhale down, squeeze the glutes and pelvic floor. Inhale, exhale, inhale, double chin and teeth, tailbone, exhale, squeeze, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now if you feel comfortable, speed it up. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Couple more. And then just release the fist, slowly roll the body up. Have a little rest in what we refer to as Wuji posture. So we're just going to hang the arms in front of the body like they're resting on the surface. Everything's soft. Feet are parallel, knees are soft. Chin is slightly tucked, tailbone slightly tucked. And this is our kind of rest posture, closing posture, beginning posture. It allows us to observe the energy. You can close your eyes if it helps you tune in better. Again, allowing the breath to move lower in the body, down in the belly. And observe how you feel. If you can sense a quickening or more movement of your internal energy, you might be able to feel slightly more energy around the spine. If you like, you can always stick one hand on your sacral area and one hand at the base of the skull. And just see if you can feel maybe slight pulsation, an activation of the energy. The good thing about that breath pattern is it kind of pumps the energy up the spine, but it also enables it to come down again. So we don't want the energy kind of getting stuck up in the head and the neck and the shoulders and causing us headaches and agitation. We always want it to be flowing down as much as it's coming up as well. So that's a really good breath pattern. It's quite intense though. Maybe we'll come back to that and do it again on another day. In the meantime, let's give the spine another activation on a lateral axis. So for this one, let's just inhale the arms out, nice and soft. Exhale and then bring the hands in. So one is going to go in front of the body a few inches away from the heart center, and the other one is just lying on the back here. So this point, the forearm is resting on the spine laterally, level with the navel. Inhale again to the center, Nice belly breath. And then exhale and push in the direction of your palm. So you're just twisting to the side, and you want to keep the palm exactly where it is at the heart center. So you probably won't be twisting that far. You'll kind of come to a stop about here. But then let's see if we can carry on the twist, keeping the hand where it is, but just slightly moving the shoulders and slightly moving the chin back to look over the back shoulder, and then moving the eyes around as far as they can. And then we come back to the center. So it's a really nice deep spinal twist. Keep the hand where it is. Let's inhale at the center. And then exhale and twist around to the other side. Again, carry on the twist with the shoulders and the chin and the eyes. Let's inhale back, bringing the arms back up. We're going to swap them around. Exhale, other hand comes in front, other hand rests on the spine. Inhale to center. And exhale and push. Just go as far as you can. Keep exhaling and just twist that little bit further with the neck and the eyes, coming back to center. And twist the other way. Taking the chin back over the shoulder, completing the twist. So this is a really nice wringing out for the spine. Inhale out, exhale, hands swapping them around again. Inhale to center. And exhale, push. Keep exhaling. Twisting all the way around. Inhale back to center. Exhale, push the other way. Inhale back to center, arms out. Let's swap them around. Inhaling to center. Exhale, push. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale to center, swap the arms. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Let's just bring the arms out, swap them around. Inhale to center. Exhale, push. Inhale back. Exhale and twist. Inhale back to center, just floating the arms out. And exhale. Bring them down. And then we'll move into bending the body, bowing the head from the 12 rivers. This is particularly aimed for at the large intestine. It's a really good one to do first thing in the morning, working on the metal elements, which is good for the season we're in at the moment. We're in autumn in the Northern Hemisphere. Bring the hands down so that you're resting them on top of the legs. The thumb is on the inside, rest of the fingers on the outside. Take a little bit of a wider stance with this. So we're more in a horse stance, allowing you to kind of bend the knees. And see if you can kind of lean into the hands, keeping the arms at first quite straight. So you're taking quite a lot of the weight of your upper body on the legs and get in a comfortable kind of like leaning position. Okay, now you've got two options for this exercise. It depends if you're happy putting your head below your waist. If you've got some blood pressure issues, you might not want to do that. So I'll show you the version for not dipping the head too far. We're just going to inhale to center and then exhale and bring the shoulder down to the opposite knee. And just stretch down as far as you can. You should feel a really nice stretch down the side of the abdomen. Inhale coming up, and then exhale again with the shoulder to the opposite knee. So there's that way, so you can keep on doing that, or you can do a big circle with the head. So you're inhaling, and then exhale down, dropping the head and the body and coming up, and then you can inhale back the other way. So inhaling, opposite direction. Exhale. Inhale. And your arms will naturally bend as you move, that's fine. Just remember to try and keep the weight in them. So weight really leaning into the arms and the hands, resting on the thighs. And then swap the direction of your inhale and exhale. So inhale down the other way. Can't remember which way I was going. I think I'm going this way. Inhale. And exhale. Allow the head and neck to relax as you drop down. Inhaling. And exhale. Inhaling, taking the weight still. Feeling that stretch in the abdomen. And then just keeping the weight in your arms, just gradually push up and out of horse stance. You might feel that in the lower back, hopefully an opening. A lot of the nerve endings that are associated with the large intestine run through that sacral area. So it works mechanically, kind of stretching and opening up the large intestine itself. Also on the meridians, this hand position, but also just working on opening up that area from behind as well. Right, going from metal into a little bit of fire, getting us warmed up. So wrap the fingers around your thumb, just loosely. You can exert a little bit of pressure on the thumb if you like. I'm going to take the feet out wide again. So this wide stance is what we call horse stance. You might need to sort of edge your toes out a little bit. Depends, we want to get a little bit deep into a squat. Well, a knee bend. And ideally you have your feet parallel, but if that's really uncomfortable for you, feel free to just kind of edge them out a little bit. I'm going to do some big circles with that. So we'll do big outward circles, stretching out into the back, and then bring them down into the front. So let's inhale as we come up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Keeping the arms fairly straight for this one. And then up and back. So with the fire element, we're working on heart is one of the organs, and we're really kind of opening up the heart area, giving ourselves a bit of a massage as we stretch the arms up and around. And then we're going to do a little bit of a brain teaser. Now make sure you've got room behind you for this one. I'm going to come forward, both fists over the head. One's going to go forward, one's going to go back, big circle. And they meet again at the top. So same hand goes forward, same hand goes back, and then again. So get into a bit of a rhythm with that. And then I'm going to pause the hands top of the head and go the other way. So the other hand goes forward, other hand goes back. Just breathing. Find your own pattern with the breath here. Then pause, see if you can go the other way. So alternate. Try and drop down a little bit more the legs as well. And then pause and other way, change direction. So it can be a bit of a brain teaser, that one. Takes a little bit of practice. The knack is just to get the kind of downward movement going. So it's almost just getting into that rhythm. Pausing, changing direction, and then the downward movement. Okay, bring the hands up, and then let's float them down. Easy way out of horse stance. Maybe give the hands a little bit of a shake, so hopefully you feel kind of nicely opened up in here, around the heart area. Bring the feet back to shoulder width apart. Again, neutral pelvis, just sinking the knees. Relax everything. And we'll do a little bit of a hand rub. So we quite often do this to sort of sensitize the palms of the hands so that we're able to feel and transmit energy. Ideally, we want to do it for about a minute. You should already have quite a lot of energy going down from your chest into your hands because of those dragon play warm-ups which we just did. The dragon is one of the animals we associate with the fire element. So just give the palms a really good rub. Take a nice deep breath in while we're doing this. And exhale. And then let's pull the hands apart. See what you can feel in between. You might feel a little bit of a sensation in between, kind of sponginess, a bit of resistance. So this is the palms being receptive to the feeling of energy in between them. We're going to separate them out further and just lower them down so the shoulders and the arms are relaxed, and just stand with soft knees for a moment. Tilt the chin ever so slightly down so you've got a nice straight spine. Slow the breath down. Palms are facing forward. And see if you can, if you close your eyes, you can tune into the energy moving down from the center of your chest all the way down the inner arm and the outer arm. It'll be a kind of slight vibrational pulsing feeling. That lovely heart energy. So that's the middle dantian, center of our emotional body. Moving down the arms into the palms of our hands. And just feel the gentle pushing out of the belly as you inhale and pulling in as you exhale. I'm going to take our palms and press them in so the palms are facing in towards the body, but the hands are just hovering off the surface, still trying to keep tuned into this sense of the energy in the palms. And we're going to use our nicely warmed up receptive palms to massage our energy body, our energetic field. So again, following the flow of the meridians, just bend forward just as much as you can and hovering the hands off the surface of the body, lean forwards and come all the way down the outside of the leg. Just breathing slowly, breathing gently, coming up the inside. Over the front of the chest. And then down the inside of the arm. Up the outside, down the inside of the other arm. So this is sometimes called putting on armour. We're using the palms of the hands to just work with our external energy, kind of smoothing it out, strengthening it. As you get more used to feeling the energy, you will be able to kind of discern changes and disparities in the energy. Often if you have any pain or injuries, the energy might start to feel a little bit different as you track the hands around the body. It can take quite a while to get to that stage, although some people definitely are much more sensitive to energy generally. So if that's you, you might be noticing little differences already. And if you do come to a spot where you feels a little bit different, or it might need a bit more attention, you can always just hover the hands. Just spend a little bit more time there, kind of pulsing them in and out, keeping your breath slow and full, carrying on down the flow of the meridians down the outside of the leg. coming up the inside. Up the front of the body. Down and up the arms. The hands should feel like they're kind of gliding on the surface of something. You might want to be a little bit nearer the body. Your hand might want to kind of pull out a little way. Just be guided by where your hand feels it wants to be. Because everyone will be different. Coming over the back of the head. And then let's make our way back down to the lower dantian. And again, we'll soften the knees, just settling into the Wuji posture. We quite often have our hands quite low down, resting when we're in Wuji, and sometimes we can draw them up so they're about level with the navel. Again, this is so that we can tune into that sense of energy coming from the palms of the hands and allowing it to just radiate into the body. When they're up like this, around the navel, it can go right in to the kidneys at the back. Kidneys very key in terms of our energy levels and our longevity. So just allow that energy to transmute in. If you're new to Qigong, feel free to just use your imagination as well. You might want to imagine tractor beams of energy coming from the palms of your hands right into the body, warming and nourishing. And as we stand here and your breath expands the belly, let it expand the side of the ribs and the back. And as you exhale, just feel that gentle contraction inwards. As you inhale, feel yourself breathing into the belly and the back and the chest, expanding outwards, and exhale, feel the contraction in. Inhaling through the belly and the whole body expanding outwards as you inhale. And as you exhale, feel that slight contraction inwards. Inhale, body expanding out, breathing through everything, chest, back, arms, legs. And exhale, contract back in. Inhale, feeling everything expand, body, energy field. And exhale, contract back inwards. And then just letting that breath pattern go. Just bring the hands back into the body again, crossing over just underneath the navel. Take a nice deep breath in and out. So thank you for joining me today for the first of our longer Qigong sessions on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you for another one soon. Bye.